Hey guys, welcome back. We're back inside of Robot Studios once again. We're going to delve straight into this, quite a long one to be fair. I know it's only 9 minutes and 52 seconds or whatever the video length is, but this was over 2.5 hours of recording. This is sped up to 12.5 times speed. So today what we're working on is the shop. So the shop, for the start of the shop, we're going to do multipliers. So you can buy multipliers that give you 2 times coins, 3 times coins, 4 times coins, 5 times coins, on and on and on and on. And honestly, trying to script this was the most annoying thing ever, especially because I was trying to do most of it by myself without any help. So I got the leader stats created. So the multiplier leader stats was there. I first of all couldn't figure out how to make it times it properly, which took ages, which was the last thing I solved. But for some reason, and I do not know why, still to this day, like still to this very moment, I don't know why, but it wouldn't save the multiplier leader stat. It saved, well, I do know why, I'm going to tell you in a minute. It would not save the multiplier leader stat. No matter what I did, it would not save the multiplier leader stat. It was saving the cash, and it was saving the coins, but it would not save the multiplier. So I made the shop GUI, made it look all nice, messed around with that for quite a while. It just has placeholder there because I haven't decided what else to put there yet, and I might add more buttons eventually. But there we are. So I made this look all nice. But yeah, so what I found out I was doing, and those of you who are experienced scripters, you're gonna just be sat there screaming at me for the next however long, the next 7 minutes. But this actually took 2 hours for me. So I couldn't figure out why. But when I test the game, everything would work fine, but the coins wouldn't multiply, of course, which was a big problem. And every time I started and ended, the data store worked as it should do. So I now implemented a data store, and the data store worked. But the problem was, whenever I'd buy the *2 upgrade, I started realizing that the data store would reset my cash and my multiplier to before I bought it. So when I reloaded the game, I'd have my 500 cash back, but I'd also not have the multiplier. And you're going to see in this script here why. If you notice here, I'm doing all of this in a local script, so I'm changing the coins and the multiplier value in a local script, which, for those of you who don't know much about Robot Studios, means it's only updating on the client, so just for that one user's device. But of course, the leader stats is in a normal script, which is handled on the server side. So for the player, for that one player on that one device, the leader stats were changing. But it couldn't be saved to the data store because the server was never seeing those changes. As far as the server was aware, nothing had ever changed. So when it saved, when the user leaves, it just didn't, because it couldn't see that change. I asked the AI, I was Googling for ages. You can see here I put 1.5 times, 2 times, 2.5, 3 times. I had to change it to 2, 3, 4, and 5 because I realised that I'd created the times, the coins and the multipliers leader stat as int values, which means integers, which means they can't be 0.5 of anything. So that was running up some issues, but I managed to fix that. And then here I was just kind of sorting out the code a little bit, cleaning it up a little bit. I wanted it kind of to say whether you owned it or not, and I wanted it to go red if you didn't have enough coins or whatever, which took a little bit of a long time and a lot of testing. Basically, nothing was going my way, but I got it fixed eventually. It worked mostly. It was just that biggest problem was because I forgot I was doing it in a local script. On the client side, nothing was working that relied on server side stuff. So bear in mind, it was like midnight at this point. It was very late in the day because I've recorded the last episode and the last episode. So the last two episodes just before this, and then I've recorded this video. Expecting it to be an hour and a half recorded maybe, before the England game kicked off at 2 a.m. because it'd been delayed. And yeah, it didn't go as planned. It took 2 hours, so I finished this just before the England game. But oh my life, it was such hard work. Eventually I got the GUI working how I wanted it to. Just having issues still with that data store. But then, you know, I wrote this into the AI, and the AI was kind of saying, look, you're upgrade, you're doing it on the you're doing it on the client side, not the server side. So then I had to start. Of course, initially I tried to do this all by myself, which I think I could have if it wasn't for the fact that it was in a local script, because then you have to start using remote events and stuff, which I'm not sure how to use yet. But basically, remote events is when the local script on the client side can send a message to the server to do something, and then the server sends back something else. So in this case, it needed the client had to send off to the server that the leader stats had been changed of cash and multipliers. The server then had to send back that it received that, and that change had to be uploaded to the data store when the player left. So it was very confusing, but luckily the AI kind of did it all for me. The new built-in AI on Roblox Studios, I just pressed a few buttons and it changed things over for me. And then it made quite a nice easy script that I could change to all the other buttons. So all the buttons ended up working perfectly fine. And I'm quite happy with how it turned out. It just took absolutely ages. But this game is really starting to come along. If you do have any ideas for stuff to put in the shop and stuff, I'm really struggling at the moment to make progression for the game. Right now, it's it's quite boring. You collect coins, you get more multipliers to collect more coins. I need to get something else that can kind of spice up the game. I was thinking pets, but I don't think I could script a pet. It just would take me too long. This is a starter basic game. But then again, at the same time, I'm kind of conflicted because I know not many people are going to play this game. It's my first game. That is not me being pessimistic. That is the truth. It is more than likely that almost no one's going to play this game. So I need to just kind of get it working. Even if it's not the most engaging experience, and I'm not looking for the monetization or anything like that. There will be a bit of monetization, but I'm not expecting to make any money off this game, like any Robux or anything. It's just a bit of fun to start off with, and then hopefully we'll move on to more advanced projects. But I will keep on updating this game, and as I get better at scripting, I actually want to do a series where I come back to this and kind of completely revamp the game with my new knowledge, and see how well it goes. Here you can see the AI editing the script, and it's a lot more easier to use. Most of my scripts are a bit janky and the game's a bit laggy. The AI actually went through them all here and kind of optimized them all, which was really good for me. And I have started testing the game in Roblox itself, so that's really good. I'm really not sure when I'm going to release this game. I'm just going to try and get it done at my own pace. It'd be nice to get it out within the next few weeks, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see what content I can add. I'm thinking of adding a level system, maybe, but I'm really not sure. I've still got a lot of more features I want to add before I release it, but I'm not going to make it heavily advanced at launch because I want that opportunity to update it and make it even better. Yeah, the game works, the data store works, the shop works now, and the sell system works, and I'm very happy with all of that. I spent a bit of time cleaning up the game at the end here. Except from that, I'm very happy with how it's turned out. I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Goodbye. I will see you in the next one.